The couple is already parents to daughters Hazel and Willow. Josie Bates is expanding her family. On Tuesday, the Bringing Up Bates star, 24, announced that she is pregnant, expecting her third baby with husband Kelton Balka. In a reel shared on her Instagram, the reality TV star announced the joyful news with her family by holding up a series of sonogram images. Balka, party of 5. She captioned the post. Later that same day, Josie shared another series of photos posing with her husband, her 2 daughters Hazel, 2, and Willow, 4, and her sonogram images. Baby Balka, coming early March, she wrote. In 2021, Josie and her husband welcomed their daughter Hazel Sloan, sharing the exciting news on their Instagrams. After so many months of dreaming about what it would be like as a family of 4 and anticipating Hazel's arrival, we are so thrilled to finally meet her, the proud mom wrote alongside photos of the couple with the newborn. The delivery went so smoothly thanks to Darp Rabson's incredible birthing team, our midwife Laura, and the kind nurses at Tenova North Birthing Center. We are so thankful and relieved to have our precious baby girl healthy and here in our arms. God has answered so many of our prayers throughout this journey, and it was such a tender and emotional experience to finally hold her, Bates continued. We are enjoying every second of cuddling and bonding with her, but we also cannot wait to introduce Hazel to her big sister Willow. It has been a huge blessing to have family and friends here supporting us and checking on us, sending meals, flowers, and so many prayers. We have felt so much love, and our hearts are so full. Almost 2 years earlier, the couple welcomed their daughter Willow Christie. Our hearts are so full after welcoming Willow Christie early this morning, the couple told People at the time. We are so thankful to God for our little blessing and can't wait to start our journey as a family of 3. The reality TV stars tied the knot in October 2018 during an outdoor ceremony overlooking the Tennessee mountains, with the bride wearing an A-line, long-sleeve white gown. In February 2019, they announced the news that they were expecting their first baby together. Bringing Up Bates star Josie Bates and husband Kelton Balka are expecting their third baby. Balka, party of 5. Bates, 24, captioned recent Instagram reel, which showed her and Balka, 28, sharing ultrasound photos with their daughters, Willow and Hazel. In a subsequent post, Bates announced that she is due in March 2024. The Up TV personality, who appeared on Bringing Up Bates for 10 seasons along with her 18 siblings and parents Gil Bates and Kelly Jo Bates, has faced hardships during her motherhood journey. In September 2020, Josie revealed that she'd suffered a miscarriage during her second pregnancy. This has been a very difficult time for our little family, she wrote via Instagram at the time, adding that she and Kelton's hearts have been completely broken. Josie continued, I've never experienced the type of pain and loss that I'd had these past weeks. There is an empty spot in our hearts and in our home. Even though we never got to see our baby face to face or hold its tiny hand, we know God has a purpose for its short life. In spite of our grieving, we have peace in knowing that our little baby is in heaven with Kelton's sweet mom. The following June, Josie gave birth to Hazel, who spent time in the NICU as a newborn. Routine blood work in the first trimester revealed that Hazel's pregnancy was complicated by an exceedingly rare blood condition, unlike anything the doctors had seen before, Josie wrote via Instagram 2 days after Hazel was born. She developed a type of jaundice unique to her situation, and we transported her to the Children's Hospital NICU in the early hours of the morning, where she is being monitored by teams of highly skilled doctors and nurses. Later that month, Josie shared that her daughter was healthy enough to leave the hospital and go home. We are praising Jesus for so many answered prayers, and we're so thankful to be taking a healthy baby home today, she wrote via Instagram at the time. We will forever be indebted to the incredible team of doctors who cared for our baby and the precious nurses who became friends. They truly are angels. Prior to starting a family, Josie and Balka, began dating in 2017 after meeting several years prior. Their courtship played out on season 7 of Bringing Up Bates, which aired in 2018. The pair got engaged in June of that year and tied the knot less than 4 months later. Their wedding was featured during a season 8 episode of the reality series in February 2019. Josie isn't the only member of the Bates clan who is expanding her brood. Her brother Zack Bates welcomed baby No. 5 with wife Whitney Bates on Tuesday, August 15. Lily Jo Bates, Whitney, wrote via Instagram on Wednesday, August 16, alongside photos of her little one. "We are so in love." Zack and Whitney also share daughters Chloe, 3, and Katsi, and sons Jado and Bradley. Raising kids is widely understood to be expensive, but for Gil and Kelly Bates, that didn't keep them from having as many children as they were physically able to. The family welcomed 19 children and suffered a few losses before completing their family, and part of their journey was shown on reality TV. Given their connections to other big and highly profiled families, it's assumed that the Bates family used their notoriety as a way to build their wealth. But when it comes down to it, what does the Bates family do for a living? And did they even make any money from being on TV? Years ago, the Bates family had their own reality series, Bringing Up Bates. Unfortunately for the massive family, the show was canceled in 2021. It's largely assumed that the Duggar family directly influenced the Bates' chances of reality TV fame, thanks to their own legal drama. While they were on air, the Bates earned plenty of fans, including ardent followers who have been following them on social media and asking whether the family of 21 will ever have another reality series on the air. It seems unlikely, though not impossible, but to date, the Bates family hasn't announced any new projects. Bringing Up Bates ended in 2021, and apart from social media and their blog, the family hasn't really been seen since. The same way that people have always wondered how the Duggars make money and support their supersized family, so have fans wondered what the Bates family does. So what does family patriarch Gil Bates do for a living? Gil Bates was well known for being a pastor. In fact, after the senior Bates gave a sermon that decried unprincipled activities, he specifically mentioned going to prison for crimes. Many assumed that the Bates and Duggars were no longer friends. Regardless, it was assumed that Gil continued to serve as a pastor, which may have been a source of income. Yet Gil Bates has other, and surprising, gigs as well. Gil Bates owns a tree care company. Gil Bates is said to have owned a tree care company called Bates Tree Service. There is a business listing for such a company in Rocky Top, Tennessee, where the Bates family resides. Viewers also got to see a glimpse of Gil at work when he traveled to trim a tree at his daughter Alyssa's home in 2014. While their contemporaries, the Duggars, have denied involvement with the Institute of Basic Life Principles, Gil Bates appears to proudly serve on the organization's board of directors. Bates' biography on the site confirms that he is both a pastor and a business owner. The bio further states that he also shares many personal testimonies about God answering prayer and giving diligence, creativity, and patience in providing for his large family. Unlike the Duggars, with 19 kids and counting on, the Bates family has kept the salary information from Bringing Up Bates quiet. Jill Duggar's husband Derek Dillard once stated that he and his wife only earned between $500 and $1,000 per episode of Counting On. Some sources suggested that Jim Bob Duggar raked in $850,000 per year from 19 kids and counting, though that was never confirmed. Given that the Bates family worked with a different network than the Duggars, the former was with Up TV, while the latter was with TLC, there could be a hefty pay disparity between the two families. It's widely assumed that the Duggar family, as a whole, earned between $25 and $40,000 per episode, so many guess that the Bates family made a similar amount over the course of Bringing Up Bates' 10-season run. That would amount to around $2.5 million to $4 million generated over about 6 years, or roughly $660,000 per year at the highest yearly amount. That might not be enough for a family with 19 children, but assuming the Bates live as frugally as the Duggars, that amount could have had them living very comfortably. How many of the Bates still live at home? Of course, like the Duggars, many of the Bates kids have grown up and moved away. As of 2023, 11 of the Bates were married and living on their own, with 8 kids at home, and 1 engaged, so likely soon to move out. Many have begun their own careers, like Lawson Bates, who is a musician and recorded a song with his wife Tiffany, who is an actress, Zack Bates, who was a police officer before retiring and working for his dad's tree company and helping out at his wife's boutique, and Michaela Kylan, who earned a nursing degree.